Welcome to my channel Chemistry Drive with Najmun Nisa. Students, I know that you are very diligent, and once you just keep on practicing the concepts of chemistry, especially organic chemistry, you are definitely come out with the flying colors. Organic chemistry, it's not so difficult because once you just keep on practicing, you're definitely going to succeed in your board exams. So just don't have a phobia of it and keep going. Let's start with the topic stereochemistry. Stereochemistry, it refers to the three-dimensional properties of the molecules, because we'll study about the molecules, their superimposable images and non-superimposable images, and these three molecules, the molecules, they just rotate on the three axes x, y and z, how they rotate, how they are used, how they are showing their images. We are going to discuss all these things in this topic, and there are definitely some new technical terms for you. So now, light, you know that light rotates in all the directions. It moves in all the directions. Now, first of all, if we want to make it polarized light, that is plain polarized light, we'll pass it through a prism, that is polarizer. You see that this is a polarizer, and now after passing through this, the normal light has now become plain polarized light. This is the direction of the propagation of light. And similarly, we'll study in the next slides what happens when we pass this achiral compound through this plain polarized light. The direction of the light doesn't change. In the next slide, we'll discuss that polarimeter. It's an instrument. You can see here is the source of light. You know, light travels in all the directions, and as soon as it passes through the polarizer, it just becomes the plain polarized light. Now, and if we just in the polarimeter, if you put some sample in it and we pass it through the analyzer, we are going to detect the you can say the direction of the molecule, whether it is dextrorotatory or levorotatory. So students, polarimeter usually it measures the optical rotation of the molecule. Now, the first technical term that comes in our mind when we are studying stereochemistry, that is chirality. So what is chirality? A molecule is chiral. For example, I am taking the example of carbon. If this carbon element, it is, you can see it is joining with all the four different groups, then we are going to call it as a chiral molecule. So a chiral molecule, it's an asymmetric molecule. It, you can say, all the groups that are attached to the carbon, they are different. Such type of molecule, it is known as asymmetric, okay, and chiral molecule. Molecule is achiral if its two mirror images are superimposable. So students, just remember, the chiral molecules, they impart, you can say, non-superimposable images, whereas achiral molecule, it shows superimposable images. You can also see the three-dimensional structures of the, you can see the carbon atom 4 is carbon has attached to all the four different groups, as you can see with the color distinction also, and you can see the mirror image of it is, that is these two images, they are non-superimposable images. So the properties of chiral carbon atom, it has attached to four different groups. That's what I have just told you in the previous slide. So we can say that if the carbon atom is attached to the four different groups, then we are calling it as a chiral molecule, asymmetric, and the image will be non-superimposable. Non-superimposable in the sense, that suppose if I take the two hands and just forms its mirror images, then these two mirror images, they will not superimpose. And superimposable, suppose I take two spherical balls, so these two images, they are superimposable. I hope the difference between non-superimposable and superimposable mirror images is quite clear to you. Next is enantiomers. So enantiomers are what? They are superimposable mirror images. They are superimposable mirror images, and you see, as you can see in the figure, that this is carbon atom. It is attached to 4 different groups: alkyl group, alcoholic group, H atom and acidic group. And as you see the mirror image of it is, once you can see this is showing positive sign, here it is showing negative sign. So the lactic acid, this is actually the structure of lactic acid. If it rotates, lactic acid, if it rotates the plane polarized light, if it rotates the plane polarized light towards right direction, then we call it as dextrorotatory. We call it as dextrorotatory. And if it rotates the plane polarized light towards left, then we will call it as a levorotatory molecule. Now racemization. So I hope it's quite clear to you what is dextrorotatory and levorotatory. There is again a technical term, that is racemization. Racemization. What is racemization process? Racemization is a process where we get optically active compounds. That is, we are getting both the dextrorotatory as well as the levorotatory. We are getting the equal mixtures of enantiomers. We are getting the equal mixtures of enantiomers, and when we are getting the equal mixture, it means that the product, that is the racemic mixture, it will have zero optical activity. Okay, the product will neither move the plane polarized light towards the left or towards the right. Okay. Now the racemization rates depends upon the molecules and conditions such as pH and temperature. So whether we are getting racemic mixture, it depends totally upon the pH and the temperature. So racemization is a process when we are getting both the products in equal amounts, that is the dextrorotatory and levorotatory in equal ratios. Now you can see in the slide that there is lactic acid. Okay. This lactic acid, it shows when we are just heating it, first we are getting this enol form. This is unstable form. This is unstable form. This is intermediate form. It's temporary form. After that we are getting D-lactic acid and L-lactic acid. So in this process, when we are taking 2 molecules of lactic acids, then first we will be getting the unstable intermediary form, and after that we are getting dextrorotatory, that is D-lactic acid and L-lactic acid, and these two enantiomers, these two are enantiomers and these two are in equal proportions. So that's why we are calling this mixture as racemic mixture. So that I have told you previously also that dextrorotatory is designated as D or positive, that is it rotates the compound in the clockwise direction. So dextrorotatory, it rotates the plane polarized light in clockwise direction, that is towards the right, and levorotatory it rotates the plane polarized light towards left, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. So let's have a look on some definitions on the technical terms that are being used in this stereochemistry. First of all is stereoisomers, compounds with the same connectivity. The compounds with the same connectivity and different arrangements, as you have seen in the space also. Enantiomers, I have told you that enantiomers, they are the stereoisomers and that form the image as non-superimposable images, and only their properties that differ are direction. Their properties are same, but only the directions are different, that is whether they are rotating the plane polarized light towards right direction or towards the left. Next term is diastereomers, stereoisomers that are not mirror images. They are not mirror images, they are different compounds and having different physical properties. More definitions, as you can see, I have told you about asymmetric center, that is, I have told you the carbon atom attached with 4 different groups. Previously I have told you. Then optical active, the ability to rotate the plane polarized light, it is known as optical activity. That is, now in the third point we can see chiral compound, a compound that is attached to the 4 different groups, that is optically active. Now, what is the difference between chiral and achiral molecule? A chiral molecule is going to rotate the plane polarized light and it is asymmetric, whereas achiral molecule, achiral atom, it is symmetric and it is not going to rotate the plane polarized light. Okay. Polarimeter, I have told you, I have shown you in the slide, that is, it measures the optical rotation of the chiral compound. That's all for today. Whatever I have told you, I have taken the basic concepts of stereochemistry. I hope you do understand about all the things that I have told you regarding the stereochemistry. So keep going, keep enjoying your studies, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.